Hey guys, welcome to the Overtime Sports Show, the most interactive sports show online. My name is AV for Magic 102.1, Praise 92.1. Got my ace back this week, the one and only ESG. What's up, homie?
Wow. What it do?
It's all love. G-Man is in the building.
I got JQ in the background.
JQ, man.
I got you in the background, Bill.
Hey, you looking fantastic.
I'm like, man, he got me a nice little background.
Y'all looking, I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
He all about the business, baby.
Hey, I'm glad it wasn't a butt-naked lady or somebody smoking some weed on 420 today.
Hey, you'd have to take that chance.
Speaking of 420, look who's in the background back there. I see my man.
You see him leaning.
Yeah, me and my boy Baby Sam, we out here in Denver, man. Trying to navigate to the radio station and get something to eat at the same time. So,
yeah,
they drive crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, so you got a big 420 show tonight, huh?
Yeah, man, we putting it down tonight at the venue. Is going down. This is gonna be live on Cortez Street. We got a couple things to do, a couple cool DJ, everything to do today. So it's going down.
Y'all real calm and comfortable out there. You look real calm and collected, baby. Look like you've been in them streets before.
Oh man, yeah, we used to this.
I'm glad you went to the Astros hat.
Yeah, Southside always knows, baby.
I said, I'm glad you wearing an Astros hat, boy. Look good on you, boy. Look good on you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. I wore Rockets yesterday, so I'm representing out here.
I asked him, Easter passed last week. I didn't know if he made it to the church house. I didn't see him. I figured you might have been Southside still holy last week.
Man, I broke down right before I turned in. The radiator bus, man, right before I turned in. So I missed you, man. You didn't see me. I tried.
I love it. I appreciate everybody. As always, want you to like, share, and comment, share in this conversation. It's a lot on the table. Of course, we got the NBA Minute powered by Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle. That's coming up. NBA playoffs are in full effect. But let's get things rolling and start it off with our one of our football greats that we all love and appreciate, not only for his stance against the NFL, but what he's trying to do right now, and that is the comeback trail. Colin Kaepernick says he's willing to be a backup now if any NFL team would pick him up. Is this the cap for Colin?
Well, from my point of view, right about now, it's real hard, man. I guess ever since they did, the combine when it was just a certain team that they never go to, like on the weekend.
Right.
It's been kind of shaky, kind of crazy, man. He's not just a stand-up quarterback, like Tom Brady. He is mobile. So, it's been 7 years, they say. But I'm still rooting for him. But
I mean, I like the thought of him being a backup. I think what he can bring as far as his leadership to the squad, it's not a bad idea. What you think?
It's gonna be kind of
I know ESG's phone is messing up. G-Man, what you think?
You got that Rocky Mountain signal going on right now.
Yeah, he in the mountains right now. We may have to pull him down.
A lot of the teams gonna be scared.
Yeah, we may have to pull him down, Avery, since it's messing up. Yeah.
In a minute,
bring
man.
him back up in a second. Yeah. It's just like that boy talking. He going in the mountains, up and down. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. Look like G-Man is as frozen as well. We got a frozen overtime show today going on, guys. But I don't think it's a you back?
Am I on?
Yeah, look like you back now, bro.
I'm here, baby.
All right, we having a Rocky Mountain time kicking it off
I'm
today.
Good. Hey, it's not all cap, bro. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, ESG got that 420 Rocky Mountain signal coming this way, man. But I don't think it's all cap, man. I think Colin deserves a chance. I think he can do good. Back up, I think he can fill in a starter role. He's been in the Super Bowl. He's proven himself. I say why not, man? I know there's a lot of teams out there who got some backups who shouldn't even be in the USFL and they on the NFL squad. You know what I mean? So,
and here's why I'm wondering too. I'm glad you brought that up, man. I always often wondered why he probably didn't try to go to like an XFL. I know we just got the US FL back as well. But I wonder why he never tried to go that route in trying to come back into the league. You know what I'm saying? Maybe going into Canada and playing to keep his skills sharp. I know, like ESG was saying, he was doing all these camps and trying to get teams to come out and check him out. But I thought maybe why not go one of these routes to work his way back in?
Man, yeah. So hopefully somebody will give him a shot. I mean, USFL, man, they're paying their players $4,500 a week, dog.
Yeah.
A week. And I know it's not about money for Colin. It's not about money. It's definitely not about money for him. He's good, but like you said, sharpen your skills. I watched a couple of the games this weekend. I watched the Gamblers. It looks,
which was real interesting.
It's real interesting. I know XFL starts next year. So they got some things going on, but the USFL, man, it's looking like an NFL game when you watch the player. I mean, everything on the field looks like it, but hopefully so, man.
I don't know. So if he came back, if he gets the opportunity to come back, which team do you feel should pick him up? For me, I think I'm gonna always go with. I guess I just got my top 3 teams. Always gonna be New Orleans. Always gonna be the Jets. And, of course, the Detroit Lions as well. I think one of these teams, even Jacksonville could use him as a backup. I think one of these teams he would be a valuable backup for. But if you had to put him on a team, which team would you put him on?
Man, I think Texans need a good backup. I mean, I know Tyrod, and I don't know what's going on there. Mills is they're going to give Mills a chance, man. But, but I don't know. Texas front office, they're a little funny sometimes when it comes to, players with not just the great attributes and stand-up kind of guy,
Yeah, he won't make it. Well, man, that's just here's wishing well for Colin. Appreciate your calls and appreciate your time. Everybody checking in. Be sure to comment and share with us. Let us know what you think about the topics we're speaking on. G-Man, know we got a special guest. Let's get into it.
Because I'm a big boxing fan, man. I love boxing. Big fight that happened this past weekend. Errol Spence against Ugas, and the guy that called the fight on the Hispanic on the Mexican side, former 1992 Olympian, former world champ here in H-Town. My boy Raul Marquez is going to join us. Matter of fact, he's going to talk about his son as well. Look at him; he's looking kind of dapper right now. He's on his way.
I'm going to the Houston Sports Awards with my wife, but I like the way you say that, G-Man, on the Mexican side. I called the fight on the Mexican side.
What do they call it? Showtime.
SAP. Yeah, the Spanish. Yeah, on the Mexican side.
I like that on the Mexican side.
You actually called some of the earlier.
Yeah, I did. I did call some of the earlier fights on Showtime Championship Boxing on the, obviously on the Showtime channel with Barry Tompkins and Brian Campbell. It was Butayev against Staniones and Brandon Lee, up and coming young star. Yeah. And then we went on to then I switched over to the pay-per-view and I did the Spanish. It was a big fight crowd over there at AT&T Stadium. Everybody showed up for Errol Spence. It was a hell of a fight, man.
Yeah.
Take us. Go ahead.
Take us a little bit back, just for those that are watching the first time. Raul, give us a little bit back about your background and how you got started, of course, with boxing. I know you're a world champion, man. So you rose from the starting days to being on top of the world.
Well, I got started in boxing when I was 7, 8 years old. My dad actually took me to PABA over there off of Dowling Street. Progressive amateur boxing with Reverend Ray Martin.
Yes, sir.
That's where I started boxing, man. I had my first amateur fight right there in downtown Houston, the Salvation Army Boys Club, right there on Main Street. So I started boxing, and my dad had always been a big boxing fan, and it just one thing led to another. I started winning all these tournaments and won the national tournaments. Got on the national team in 1989, and then in 1992 I made the USA boxing team. I went to the Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. I turned pro, and I fought a lot of big names. I won the junior middleweight title at 154 in 1997, and I've always been in broadcasting, even when I was fighting. And 10 years ago, I got signed up with Showtime, and I've been with them for 10 years already, 10, 11 years. I do the Spanish, and then I do a series called Showbox, the new generation on Showtime. So, yeah, still happy to be part of the whole, the boxing business. My son now, Giovanni, who turned pro about a month ago on Showtime on Showbox, he turned pro and he's 1-0 with, he went the distance, and he's, I think he's the future of boxing, man. He's got a lot of skills, and I'm not saying that just because he's my son, but he's got the skills, man. He does things really good, and he's up and coming.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I watched that fight, I see you in the corner, giving him instructions. Obviously, you're telling him everything you know and what you were taught. But man,
right.
What got me was that was he only the second fighter to have his pro debut live on a big network like that, something like that? I thought I read.
Yeah, actually, I believe it was 5 or 6 fighters that were Olympians. So obviously, my son was not an Olympian. He won the National Golden Gloves and he won the Outstanding Fighter. And that's why, obviously, Showtime found interest, and of course, he is my son. That helps. But obviously, he's talented, and as a matter of fact, one of those fighters was Errol Spence that made his pro debut on Showbox. A bunch of Olympians, the Terrell Gaucher, Rashi Warren, Deontay Wilder, and I forgot the other two, but, Gary Russell was the other one.
Yeah.
And then my son now is, part of that group that was able to do his pro debut on Showbox. So it was a great honor for the Showtime family to showcase my son's skills, and he fought a guy that was 2-0. When you fight on Showtime, you're not going to fight a dead body, you're going to fight somebody that's pretty decent. So it was a good learning experience for him. And, now we're back in the gym. We keep grinding every day. We train hard every day, and look forward to his next fight.
Yeah.
All right, talk real quick about the fight this past Saturday night, man. Spence stopped Ugas. From your point of view, ringside, his eyes the size of a basketball, pretty much, because it would look like it was closed.
Yeah, his eye. I mean, Ugas he showed a hell of a heart, man. He showed heart, man. A lot of heart, a lot of courage. Errol broke his orbital bone. It was those uppercuts, man. Ugas. It seemed like Ugas had the right game plan. He wanted to box him. He would box him from the outside, but Errol is just a grinder, man. He's a tough guy. He keeps coming. He dissects with the jab, and he fires away with a good body attack. Every round he just keeps getting stronger and stronger. He just breaks you down every round, and that's exactly what he did with Ugas. Ugas tried at times, and he caught him a couple of times. But it just wasn't enough, man. Errol put his punches together really well. He's like a fly on poop. You know what I mean? He's not gonna. He's just on you. He's just on you. Constant pressure. It was a brutal fight. It was a hell of a fight. Because Ugas made it that way. He took a lot of punishment. I mean, the doctor was gonna stop the fight a couple of times, and the referee was too. Until finally they said that was too much. And, my heart goes out to Ugas, man, because he showed a lot of heart, a lot of courage. He really wanted to win. And, but it was at the end of the day, it was Errol, man. He proved a point. He showed the people that he definitely is still the same guy or even better. Before the fight, a lot of people were questioning, because of the accident. And then he had the surgery on his eye. He had a detached retina. He only had like 2 fights in 2.5 years. They were questioning, is Errol Spence still the same guy? I'll tell you what, he might be better now. He's just getting better. I've seen a lot of maturity. He's 33 years old. I just see he's getting better. He's more mature. He's doing all the right stuff. Like he said, when you're young and you got a young kid that's making all kinds of money, you do stupid things. Now he's, he knows what happened. I mean, he could have lost his life in that accident. I mean, it's crazy how he survived, and he knows what it's all about. And I mean, the kid is, I call him kid because I know Errol since he was like 13, 14 years old. And then his trainer, Derek James, me and Derek won the 1987 National Junior Olympics together. So we go way back. So, I mean, I'm proud of Derek as a trainer. I'm proud of Errol. And now the fight that everybody wants to see is him and Terrence Crawford, man. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I was
Like
gonna ask you,
who do you pick?
I mean, there's no more talking to be done. Errol's like, you heard what he said on the in the interview. He's calling them. He don't need to call them out like it. And there's they just got to sign the contract. Get get a date. And that's a tough one, man.
The good thing is that Terrence Crawford is a free agent now. So before Top Rank had him, so now he's a free agent. So that fight can be made. And do you?
Oh,
look like
yeah.
Go ahead, Rolo.
Yeah, the fight's gonna be made. It's gonna be made. It's just a matter of everybody agreeing with the purses and all that. And when it is made, I'm hoping to be a part of it. And I know you guys are gonna ask me who I think is gonna win. I'll tell you what, man.
I want to know.
I do know one thing. Terrence Crawford cannot. I mean, Errol Spence cannot afford to get hit like Ugas hit him, by Terrence Crawford, because Ugas hit him a couple of times. And Crawford is a little bit more explosive and he's faster with his combinations. He's better on his footwork. He's not gonna stand. He's not gonna stand in front of Errol like Ugas did. I mean, of course, Errol forced Ugas to stand in front of him because it's constant pressure. But I think the fight's gonna be decided in the second half of the fight, man. The first half of the fight is gonna be perhaps maybe Crawford, and Crawford is a guy that has a lot of dog in him too. He's got a lot of dog in him, man, just like Errol. And it's going to come down to conditioning. It's going to come down to heart. And I'm going to go with my boy Errol, man. I got to go with my boy Errol from Texas. I think he's going to break him down. At the end, I think he'll break him down.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
Well, man, I know
tonight
this year, you say you're doing the Houston Sports Awards, right?
Yeah, I'm going to the Houston Sports Awards. This is like the 5th annual Houston Sports Awards. Who's who in Houston sports is there. It's a big event with the Houston Sports Authority. And I attend it every year. I'm excited to be a part of it, and for them inviting me, and so me and my wife are gonna make a night out of it. We're dropping off the kiddos right now, my mother-in-law. So sorry if it was a little bit loud in the background, but I mean, we all got kids.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah. Hey, before I let you go, I know you got to get out of here. Before I let you go, real quick, you're
breaking up in and out.
Yeah, you break up a little bit. You said my son something.
That Wi-Fi in our little studio is acting a little special today.
Yeah, what did you say about my son?
Yeah, I think he's still frozen. Yeah, but how can we keep up with you? Well, tell us how we can keep up with you and follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram, Raul Marquez 1992. And you could follow me on Twitter, Raul Marquez 1992. That's my Olympic year. That's when I went to the Olympics. I'm on Facebook. I have a boxing gym in Humboldt, Texas, boxing fitness gym, Raul Marquez Boxing. And of course, I'm on Showtime. Every fight, I do that series Showbox, and I do the big fight Showtime Championship Boxing. I do it in Spanish. And be on the lookout for Giovanni Marquez. We're hoping to fight hopefully here in June on a card here. Jamal is fighting. He's got his mandatory against a guy named, I'm be honest, I can't even pronounce his name. It's like Soluki or something. It's his mandatory. Right? Soluki, yeah. That man, G-Man, you know better. You know more than I do, bro. So, yeah, and we got a lot of good fights coming up on Showtime too. We got a lot of good times. A lot of fights. Tank Davis is gonna fight Rolly Romero. That's gonna be a good fight. And then you got, of course, Jermel is going to fight Castaño in the rematch. But anyways, like I said, be on the lookout. We're trying to get my son on the card in June here when Maul defends his title against his #1 mandatory. All the Houston fans been asking about him.
I'm telling you as a trainer, bro.
What's that?
I said, hey, have fun and be safe, and we'll talk soon, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Raul. Thank you, man.
No problem. Anytime, man. Anytime. Right. Thank you.
Yeah. G-Man, I was going to tell you.
Raul Marquez.
Yeah. G-Man, go in the hallway. That Wi-Fi in the studio works pretty bad for some reason. So if you can,
AC ain't working in here. They trying to work things.
Yeah.
AC.
Take that laptop and go in the hallway by the window. It'll actually work better, I promise. I am
going to walk out and see if that works.
Yeah, for some reason
I'm going to put it like this. Look.
Yeah, it does. It does wonders, man. Yeah, so you're a lot better. That studio, for some reason, Yeah. That studio for some reason gives us a
Hey,
challenge.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I
So,
deal with
hey,
it
shout out to Raul Marquez
every
again
morning.
for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
NBA
It's a
Minute
good
presented
thing.
by Hennessy, man. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Let's get it. Never stop, never settle. A lot of NBA action. Let's run through a couple of games. Of course, Utah, Dallas tied at a game apiece. How do you feel about the Utah and Dallas series, man? I'm still going to roll with the Jazz on that. I think the Jazz are doing a great job on that. What about Toronto and Philadelphia? Your man Harden, he's up 2-0.
Yeah, I think they get by this series. I think Harden, they win the series. But back to the Utah Dallas matchup, man. Dallas to win a game without Luka was big.
Yeah, it's big.
You know,
yeah,
big. But I still think Utah has too much firepower, too much weapons, even with healthy Luka. But it should be a good series. It should be a good series, though.
Man, I tell you who's back. Golden State, the Warriors, man. You can't count Steph Curry and them out.
Man, he came back with a vengeance, didn't he? They had him on a minute count, didn't he? He was like 23 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, the crew is back, man. Golden State is rolling up 2-0. Of course, we saw yesterday Miami is rolling 2-0 over the ATL. They'll head back to Atlanta now. Hopefully the Hawks will kind of wake up,
Yeah. No, yeah, that's Trae Young is playing out of his mind too.
Yeah.
He's definitely balling.
Yeah.
Is Clint what about Clint Capella? I know he was hurt. Clint was hurt. Not sure he's gonna be available, but
yeah, and they need him. They need him. Of course, Memphis and Minnesota, they're tied a game apiece, and then New Orleans and Phoenix. Surprisingly, they're tied a game apiece. I thought Phoenix was just really gonna run through New Orleans. There's the comedian. Look at it.
There he is.
That's not my name, sir.
Look at it.
That's like me saying they go to they own their talent.
They go to pastor.
Thank you. That's what I want to say. How you doing, Ali?
Are you the new man at praise?
Yeah, I'm all of that.
Are you
slide over?
Are you a mission man? You know what they say about the mission.
A mission man.
Are you a mission man?
A mission man.
Do you brothers go to mission college?
What he say?
What y'all talking about? Sports?
Yeah, sports show. We talking about basketball.
Tonight is the Houston
Sports Award. We just talked. Yeah, is that why you dapper today?
No, I'm not.
Let me see.
I wouldn't invite.
Oh Lord, they got the suit.
Let me see.
I wasn't invited to
the
Houston sports thing, not even as a host. So, and I'm one of the coldest to ever do it. So, who y'all think gonna win? What y'all talking about now?
They don't invite us to that.
NBA playoffs.
Yeah, who you got, baby?
Who I got tonight, or who I got overall?
Overall, I need to know. Get me to the finals.
Harden gonna make it to the championship.
First of all, no. So don't think Harden finna get no ring. That's out the question. You know what I'm saying the only way Harden gonna get a ring, I'm saying if he around his collar. Listen, this is who I think gonna bring it home. I know y'all think I'm finna say Golden State. Phoenix gonna do it this year. Phoenix gonna do it.
Even without Booker, Booker's gonna be out.
They ain't worried about that. Chris Paul nasty. Chris Paul don't need nobody but the people out there with him.
We needed him that night when his hamstring tore up. We could have won a championship.
No, wait a minute. The reason why
he deal with them hamstrings now, though.
He wasn't playing no defense. The man was playing everybody. I was at that game. You know what I'm saying? So the man got he in the post, he on the guard, man. He was doing everything like
everything.
Hold somebody for one quarter.
Wasn't gonna do it.
Still mad. We should have won the championship that year. I'm still mad about that year.
You blame James Harden. Don't blame Chris Paul.
Yeah. That's Ali, y'all.
Hey, comedian extraordinary. You see them on NBC, BET, everything. That's my man right there, my co-host.
And Magic 102. You can hear him every day.
On the ride. There it is.
So yeah, it's like I said, we're dealing with a couple of injuries in the league. The hamstring with Booker. That's never good. Anytime you pull a hamstring, especially in the playoffs, that's never a good situation. But before we get out of here, let's end it with this. Kyrie Irving fined $50,000 for the obscene gesture as he was and language to the fans. when are they gonna get off Kyrie? Is what I want to know. And
he basically said he was giving back that same energy that he was getting.
Yes.
He goes, I'm just giving back the same energy I was getting. He shot the bird, a couple of birds, so he probably got 25 for each bird. So if he'd have done one, he got 25 grand. But he shot both birds out there.
Man,
if
listen.
If he had more middle fingers, he'd probably shot the other middle fingers too.
Yes. Man, they were after him all night. And of course, with him coming back to Boston, he knew that. He was on fire as well. But my thing is, there's got to be a level of responsibility. There's a code of conduct for the players. There's supposed to be a code of conduct for those in attendance at the game. If you're going to keep heckling me, saying negative things to me, a little finger gesture to me, even as the preacher, a little finger gesture to me ain't never hurt anybody.
Yeah. No, it's just, but you know what? The NBA, they are so about the fans, and the fan experience, and kids.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's kind of like football when they try to tell people, "Hey, don't celebrate, don't get in people's face." But it's a man sport where you hitting people, you want to get up and get in their face. It's just you can't. It's a natural reaction, just like in basketball. People may say it's not like football, but you know what? Basketball is a tough sport, man. You bodies are banging. You got to deal with the crowd calling you names and
talk about your parents.
A couple fingers hurt, but
nah, it don't hurt. It's not $50,000.
It's not like you did like Artez when the stand started throwing punches and stuff. It wasn't like that, but or Vernon Maxwell.
Please don't do the Vernon Maxwell. That's our partner, but please don't do the Vernon Maxwell. Listen, this has been the NBA Minute, powered by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. You know what to do. Get yourself a sip or two. It's all right. G-Man, we got to get out of here, baby. It's been fun. We lost ESG in the mountains in Denver doing this thing. Wi-Fi's been acting up, but we made it through the show today.
Yeah, and I had to come to the hallway because, in here, the AC's already broke. Wi-Fi kind of janky. So I'm in the hallway. Got to thank Ali for joining in. But don't forget, y'all, follow me, Gman979, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, my new YouTube channel, which we're streaming this on there as well. It's a G's World. And I have a new podcast, too, coming up. It's called the No Contest Podcast, which is all boxing.
Cool.
So it's going to be coming up pretty soon as well, No Contest. And I know, AV, you got a lot of things going on with your channel as well.
Man, I'm rolling. I'm living two lives, one on Majic 102.1, 5 to 9 a.m., Praise 92.1, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I feel like I never leave the station. You can follow me, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Faith and Fame with AV. Podcast is the same, Faith and Fame with AV. You guys follow both me and G-Man. We appreciate you joining us every Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the Overtime Sports Show, powered by our friends at Hennessy. Thank you, guys. G-Man, we are out, homie. You can go back in the studio and let that Wi-Fi do what it do.